In a world clouded by rebellion and silence, there are moments when a voice must rise, one chosen not for popularity, but for purpose. Today, we journey back to a powerful moment in history when a man was called to stand in the gap between God and a nation that had turned away. The book of Ezekiel opens with a divine encounter, a vision so overwhelming, so awe-inspiring, that it changes the life of one man forever. Join us as we step into Ezekiel chapters 2 and 3, where the prophet receives his sacred commission. This is not just the story of a prophet, it is the story of bold obedience, unwavering truth, and the strength found in God's calling. In the book of Ezekiel, we witness a prophetic calling that changes the course of history. Today we delve into the first moments of Ezekiel's ministry, the moment when he hears the voice of God and is called to become his messenger. Ezekiel 2. The scene is set in a vision that begins with the awe-inspiring presence of God. The Lord calls Ezekiel, and the prophet is filled with a deep sense of awe and fear, standing in the midst of a vision that feels as though it is both overwhelming and profound. God speaks to him, saying, "Son of man, stand up on your feet, and I will speak to you." These words are powerful. They carry the weight of divine authority, and Ezekiel rises, preparing himself to hear the voice of the Almighty. As Ezekiel stands, the Spirit enters him, lifting him up, and he hears the voice of the one who sent him. God's words come with urgency, with a deep sense of purpose. He tells Ezekiel that he is being sent to a rebellious nation, a nation that has turned its back on the Lord, a nation whose ancestors have been unfaithful to God. God's words are clear. Ezekiel's mission will not be an easy one. The people to whom he is being sent are stubborn and hard-hearted. They are rebellious and their hearts are hardened against the truth. They will not listen, but God tells Ezekiel not to be afraid. He must speak to them, regardless of their response. But God's command is not just a call to speak, it's a call to deliver his message with authority, no matter how difficult. Ezekiel's words will be rejected, but he must speak them anyway. This is the burden of the prophet, to carry God's truth, even when it is unwanted. In a world where silence often reigns, the prophet's voice must rise above the noise of indifference. Ezekiel 3. As the vision continues, the Lord gives Ezekiel a scroll. This scroll is filled with words of lament, mourning, and woe, a message of judgment for the people. But before Ezekiel can share it, the Lord asks him to eat the scroll. God commands Ezekiel, "Son of man, eat this scroll I am giving you and fill your stomach with it." Ezekiel takes the scroll, and as he eats it, it is sweet as honey in his mouth. The sweetness of the scroll speaks to the beauty and truth of God's message. Though the words are filled with mourning, they carry a sweetness for the prophet, because he knows that they come from the Lord. He is to carry this message within him, digesting the truth, internalizing it, and preparing to share it. Yet the sweetness of the scroll contrasts with the weight of the mission ahead. Ezekiel is not just called to deliver a message of comfort, but of judgment, a message to a people who have ignored God's commands and strayed from his ways. God then tells Ezekiel to go to the house of Israel, the rebellious people who need to hear his words. He warns Ezekiel, their hearts are stubborn. They are hard to reach, but it is not Ezekiel's job to change their hearts. It is his job to speak the truth boldly. Whether they listen or fail to listen, God declares, you must speak. The task before Ezekiel is daunting. He is not merely a messenger, he is the bearer of God's word, a word that must be delivered regardless of the outcome. The people's rejection will not diminish the importance of his calling, but God does not leave Ezekiel without assurance. He promises him that he will strengthen him. When the people reject him, Ezekiel will be given the fortitude to endure. He will not falter or fear, for the Lord will be with him. And so Ezekiel is prepared to face the challenge. His mission is clear. No matter how difficult, no matter how discouraging, he must speak the truth. The burden is heavy, but he will carry it with the strength and resolve that God provides. The words of God are sweeter than honey, even if the message they bear is one of sorrow and judgment. In Ezekiel's story, we see a powerful reminder to stand firm in our calling, to speak the truth even when it is difficult, and to trust that God will provide the strength to endure. Though the people may not listen, the message must still be delivered. This is Power of the God. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos.